Everybody, Carl Soof here from Snorkel.tv, and it is that time of the month again for another AS3 Code Challenge. And this month I am opening up the AS3 Code Challenge to anybody who would like to try to complete the challenge with any language that they like. Alright, you want to use HTML5, JavaScript, CSS3, whatever those new buzzwords are. And what we're trying to create today is just a peacock that's interactive, in that when you click on it, we can toggle the state of its feathers opening or closing. All right. So here, open, close. Whenever you click, the direction reverses. Okay. And one little bonus that's thrown in here is that when it opens real slow, and when you click to close, it actually rewinds at half speed, or double speed, I should say. So that's just a little added bonus. You don't have to do that necessarily, but I'm really interested in seeing what tweening engines people are using. You know, anybody who visits my sock knows that I use GreenSock's Tween Lite exclusively, and this was extremely easy to build with that. But if you want to put another tweening engine to the test, hey, that's great. And also, if you want to use an alternate technology, go right ahead. You know, I woke up this morning to an email advertising an HTML5 book, and it was Flash is dead, can't use Flash anymore, everybody must learn HTML5. And, you know, there's been a lot of talk about all this in the community lately, some really great discussions, but I just still scratch my head and say, really? Okay, you know, can you guys build simple things like these, like this, and how many hours does it take? You know, once I had the artwork designed in quotes for this, I probably threw this together in about 20 minutes. And as you know, since it's Flash, it runs on many devices, operating systems, and browsers, and it's going to run consistently throughout. So I love Flash, I'm not going to hide it, but I also don't hate HTML5 or JavaScript or CSS3. I'm actually pretty amazed at some of the things I have been seeing lately. But for something small and fairly simplistic like this, you know, how practical is it to build something like this in one of these alternate technologies these days? If I wanted to have, you know, a little children's book app, whatever you want to call it, and I wanted to have an interactive peacock that opened its feathers when you clicked on him and closed them when you clicked again, you know, what's the best way to build this? So I'm going to be giving the Flash people a starter FLA file that is going to have all the assets, and in fact I'll just run you through it right now. You have a very simple peacock MC on the stage, and inside of there you have a number of feathers that have instance names F1 through F9. So really, if you've been following Snorkel.tv, there's like just a small, like 3 or 4 lines of GreenSock Tween Lite code that can make this thing work, so it's not that difficult. And if you're coming from an alternate technology background, in Photoshop I do have a reference image for you to use, and I have also created a PNG sprite sheet of the assets that you might find useful. So I welcome anybody to the challenge. The winners of the challenge, as usual, will get a Really Green Club GreenSock membership. This will be of very little use to anybody from the JavaScript side of things, but I do assure you that I will offer you my large respect for anybody who completes this challenge, and also I will promote your site in any way that I can. All right. I'm really just interested in seeing the many different ways of doing this. And again, you don't have to use GreenSock code. You don't have to use anything in particular. All I'm going to suggest is that you try to make a peacock that opens its wings when you click on it and closes them when you click on it again. And hopefully I've given enough assets for you guys to get started with. And I really look forward to the results. I have some much more difficult challenges lined up for the future, but my previous bisector challenge I know was a little bit heavy for people. So I just want to keep it easy, I want to keep it fun, and I want to keep things going. So off to the races, all right? Build me a peacock. I'll see you in a week.